was another girl from one of these groups, one of those popular groups in the 90s, and she got hit by a car in England. Yeah, this was back in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I thought was funny though. Well, not funny like haha, but
Yeah.
Brownstone
This girl,
couldn't sing no more.
which one?
The
Because
the light skin who couldn't sing no more,
and then the other one was the brave that had that freak accident that died.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
did
the
not know
big
that.
girl, that's my sister's friend. That other one,
She's the only one that's still
she's the only
standing.
one that's still standing. But the other girl, she died in a freak accident.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she died.
She's the one that was damn, Nikki is the one that was suing P Valley.
It was her.
Yeah.
But why was she suing them for?
She said that was her screenplay when they stole it.
Well, I believe it.
Hey family. Hit the like button. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy. I believe it. They do that all the time, computer.
Mm-hmm.
They just beat this stuff.
How many people has it been so far?
There was like 35 people.
So far.
It's crazy.
You just been researching like celebrities that have died in plane crashes. It's been like 35 people so far. We got some really good topics for tomorrow's show for the Let's Have the Conversation. And that's going to be really good. We're going to talk about this celebrity killing that nobody seemed to have known about. Nobody had talked about it. It wasn't like everywhere. I don't remember it. I swear this feels like to me. This looks like and feels like, and I'm not giving him any grace or any excuse or anything like that whatsoever. I feel like somebody was in his ear, and I'm gonna show you who I'm talking about. But I feel like somebody was in his ear, perpetuating the crazy of his mind. Okay. I also feel like, dare do I say it, child? I feel like this was some sort of Mandela effect. Because what the fuck?
25 years to life. The sentence imposed today is 40 years to life.
If you knew this, I just want you to raise your hand because I did not know. I want to know exactly how many people know this. Do anybody recognize this man? This is an actor. Did y'all know he killed his wife in 2014 and was sentenced to 40 years in 2016? Why wasn't this talked about for real? Why wasn't this everywhere? I was an adult. His name is Michael Jace. He used to play on the show The Shield. Why it's just being talked about? Like, why? We're going to talk about it tomorrow and let's have a conversation. But why don't nobody know? Excuse me. Like, I feel like this is something to do with the Mandela effect. Did he, Brianna? Now, say he was born again Christian, apparently. Well, they say that he was abusive, but it's a chicken salad. No, listen, Toddy got me doing that. That's funny. Listen, how did I not know this? How did I not know this? Let me put this picture up again. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on Let's Have a Conversation. This man is an actor, Michael Jace. He killed his wife in 2014 and was sentenced to 40 years in 2016. I've seen him in plenty of things. I thought I've just seen him in some shit recent, but I guess not, because he's in jail.
40 years, man.
Apparently, he shot her in the back when she came in the house and then beat her to death in front of the children. Get your ass out of here. Get on my fucking nerves. Anyway, that was crazy. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Let's have a conversation, but Manchurian candidate type shit. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, reason why I came on tonight is because Yehuda had gave me a topic a few hours ago, but I've been sitting here working so on some other stuff. But he asked me, like, are you not going to do it? And I said, absolutely, Yehuda, I'm going to do it because you asked me to. And when I tell y'all, Yehuda is moving in so many beautiful ways. And if he asks me to, I am going to do it because of the beautiful things and ways that he's moving in my life. And hallelujah. Okay. Basically, what he wanted me to talk about, where did I write that at? Well, basically, what he wanted me to talk about was he wanted me to give a message to the young men and to the women who may be with men or raising men. Because Yehuda says, again, and I think I've touched on it before for him, but it must be something that we need to say. Okay. Yehuda says that it is okay for the young men, for the men to cry, to be emotional, because it is causing damage within the homes of Melanites. And this may be reason why this is being talked about. I don't know. But he keeps talking about the emotion that's being stifled and not allowing them to have emotion or allowing them to cry. Because again, we talked about like telling them that boys don't cry. That's gay. That's girl shit. Emotion is a human thing. Emotion is a human thing. And when you take it from a person, you leave them with anger. When you tell them they cannot have sadness or disappointment, you don't replace it, you don't fix it, you leave them with anger. And when you leave them with anger, now we have issues inside of the community, you know? Yehuda says it's hard to leave men to their own devices when it comes to emotions, because they will overthink and underthink and not want to process it because they don't know what to do with it. And to make, you know what I'm saying, to make the decision to cry makes them feel weak because society looks at it as a weak thing. There is a class that I taught called Healing Our Kings, and you can find that class on awalkwittheancestors.com. But it is a lot of things in there that we need to take a look at. And we definitely can. Emotions are human things. It's not just a woman thing. And they divide it in that way. And they tell us, oh, women are the emotional creatures. It is a division. Men are emotional. They just don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to place it. And a lot of times it is shown in a dangerous way. Now, let me get into this. Heard you, Yehuda. Studs studs. Stud women carry the same complexity as a man who doesn't know what to do with his emotion. I'm talking about studded women for a reason. Because a lot of times when you are dealing with having a conversation with a stud, it's because they have seen growing up, and I know because I've had conversation with them, not everyone in the world, but quite a few of them. They saw that men were not hurt or treated like women. And some of the hardness and aggression came from a wall of defense, not wanting you to see me cry, not wanting to be weak, not wanting to be held or placed as they did women, which was out of line. A lot of them have seen women hurt, beat, raped, and they did not want that. So they have taken on this persona, not to take anything away from you and your binary choices of who you are. I'm speaking directly to the emotion of men and studied women. It is okay to express your emotions. I've talked to a lot of women that are studs, and they speak about women like a disrespectful man. You have to ask yourself, why? Why? It's a training thought process. I'm not weak. Then you have to look at the battle between the two when you're looking at a man and a studied woman, because he now has a different emotion, especially if he is looking at a studied woman. There's insecurity in him. Now you have the studied woman that needs to be strong, needs to hold a position, because for whatever reason in her life, this is how she identifies herself. Whatever, that's fine. I have no judgment. I am simply speaking about the danger of untapped emotion. We think that emotion makes you weak. It is the opposite. The lack thereof, emotion, makes you weak. You are now weak to self, weak to your thoughts, weak to your own emotion, weak to who you are, genuinely and naturally. You're weak to it. Again, I'm not speaking about how you identify or what you want to lay with in the bedroom. Not my problem, not my business. I'm speaking about how you show up to each other inside of society. I'm speaking about how you show up to yourself and what your thought process is when you don't allow yourself emotion. A lot of times, men and studied women carry two emotion. Super high, I can't be fucked with because I'm this or that. And then super low, I can't be fucked with because I'm this or that. I don't have an in between. I'm not a weak motherfucker. You trying to make me? Because a lot of times studied women don't feel like they're accepted. So they have a point to prove. And because they have a point to prove, they don't want to be weak or seen as weak, so they don't express emotion. So now when they get with a female or a spouse, which is a female, there's a lot of argument. A lot of making that person prove, just like an insecure man who don't know how to tap into his emotion. Making each other prove When a person is untapped into their emotion, and that is heterosexual and homosexual women as well, heterosexual and homosexual men as well. A person that is untapped, unconnected to their fucking emotions, their emotions, is dangerous. A heterosexual woman that is untapped into their emotion is dangerous. But we're specifically speaking about men because men are told not to process, to feel, or to cry. Yehuda says it is okay to feel, to process, to cry, men. There is a lot of weight on the shoulders that you walk with. They won't tell you that they don't want to be judged. They won't tell you that they want to be seen. A lot of our men are harboring emotions from their parents. There are several things that happen there, but let's just go into a few of them so we can learn how to process, to feel, to process, to cry. And that shit is okay. Sometimes, and we've talked about it before, but some of our people are new. Sometimes our men are mistreated or ignored by the mother. And a lot of times moms, it comes from the fact of your disdain towards that young man's father. So it shows up in two ways, Mom. You either mistreating and make him feel like he's shit, or you hold too tightly to him and make him feel like he's your husband and he must fix things in your life. Either way, you are damaging him and hindering his emotion. You're not fixing it. You're not going back talking to him. You're not letting him know that he's okay, that he is seen. Men are not the weaker of the two sexes, and women are not the weaker. Men just don't know how to process the point of emotion. Because from a baby, they've been taught it's not okay for boys to cry. So growing up, if mom is mistreating him and mom is not seeing him and mom is like, you're just like your dad, you must not say that to your children. Don't say that to them, especially if you don't like the parent. Especially if you don't like the father. Because what you have now done is send a message to your son that you don't like him. So now you have that message. I don't like you. I don't like your father. You're just like him. Okay, so that means I'm not liked. She doesn't like me. So now when you have no conversation for your own son, see, this shit goes so deep. I have even seen mothers act like they don't like their sons unless he has money in his pocket. So now all he will go and get is a gold digger because that's his love that he understands. And that is what you have programmed in his mind. And he still further has no knowledge on how to tap in, process, feel, see his emotion again, because he is a man and he has been told not to cry, not to feel, not to process. Fuck these bitches. So now he's out here causing hurt and bad signals because he has no idea that's what's happening in his life. Then you have the boys that are broken in such a way because they have now had to become the mother's husband, the man of the house. Let your children be boys with responsibility. When you tell your son he's the man of the house, do you know the tower of bricks that he now feels on his shoulder? If anything should happen in this house, the damage that is now done to his psyche, to his manhood, to his understanding, and he still has no knowledge on how to process, feel, or deal with his emotion. So whatever's now happened inside of this house that he is now the man of, that he can't fix, he has now had tons of bricks because he has now let down the entire family. No matter what you say, because you've already instilled that he is the man of the house. He is not. He is a growing boy, your son, with responsibility of self to help around the house like everyone else. Do not make them the man of the house, please, because they don't know how to process the emotion. Let them teach them what dolls are. Dolls should be teaching tools. We've talked about this. Dolls should be teaching tools. Dolls don't make your children gay. Because now you have 5 women beating down your doorstep, mom, saying that your son is a terrible father. Why wouldn't he be? Because you always told him that taking care and loving babies are gay shit. It's gay shit. That's gay things. But it's okay for your little girls to learn how to be moms at 3 and 4 and 5 years old. So now that's what their aspiration is. And you're trying to figure out why they're pregnant at 13, 15, 16 years old. Boys need to process and learn how to be fathers as well. If we're going to put dolls in the house for either sex, they should be teaching tools. Dolls are not toys suited for children unless you're teaching them how to love and nurture and care for children, which is also going to help them to learn to process emotion. Because when they get out there with their friends, the first time that they are insecure in their emotions, they're going to have to try to prove their manhood. And whatever emotion, nigga, you weak, nigga, you gay. Now he has to prove it, especially if he has a father that's condescending, that's flaky, that's fucked up, that feels like sleeping with 7 different women makes him a man, which is totally fucked up. If you have dealt with a man that is not a man in a sense that he can come and be a good role model to your children in any capacity, feel okay that he is not in their life. Feel okay about that. You keep trying to push and pressure something into your son's life that is not even good for them. If he is not a role model, don't force that man to come and damage your son and give him bad signals. Yes, you need somebody to help you take care of him, but is he going to do that? What does that mean for your children? I've dealt with it. I understand. But I'm telling you the damage that can be done. If you have a good man that's going to be in there and your children's father is their father and he's a good, great. We're not talking about that. We're talking about making sure that even the father is helping him to process his emotions. Do you know how many teen boys are abusive to their girlfriends? It is a lot. It is a lot. From junior high, which is normally like between 5th and 6th grade, all the way up through college. This is a true statement because they don't know how to process emotions. That's why I believe children should not even date. They should be able to talk about who they like, what they think is cute, but understanding what a relationship is. So many children and a lot of boys, people don't understand it because they don't know how to process. They kill themselves. Oh my God, she's dealing with somebody else. He don't know what to do with that emotion. He don't want to seem weak. He has nowhere to go with this. He thinks that this will always be there. He don't know how to process because she may be the first person that ever showed him real love. We need for people, men and women, to take boys under their wings. Let's talk about it. Are you aware why a lot of our little girls are damaged besides parentals? Do anybody understand why the little girls are damaged besides parentals, leaving the parents out? There is a reason. Do you know why? Because girls and women, hello, hear me, conform to what the boys and the men say they want. Because from a child, you have trained your girls, our girls, to be mothers and wives and bad bitches. So all of these are perpetuated stereotypes in the media. And you furthered that. So now they need to turn to the boys to see, what does that mean? I need to be liked. I need to be wanted. Meanwhile, the boys are broken. They don't know what the fuck that even means. All they know is what the media says, what the father says, what the men on the block say, what the mother has now instilled and taught. Now, even if you think you're a good mom, your house always clean, you work 2 jobs. But again, if you are in your room with your door closed, dealing with your own shit, and your son is a great basketball star, cute as you want to be with the little spirally hair hanging out, so cute, big smile, all the girls love him, and he's broken as fuck. He's damaged as fuck. Because you have now withheld love. I love my son. I give him everything. I know it's true. You gave him everything but you. You should be dating your sons. And I don't mean making them your husband. I mean dating them, just like a man should show his little girl how she is supposed to be treated. When a man genuinely loves you, cares for you in a pure way that is unadulterated, that is not sexual, just genuinely what a man will treat you like. A woman should also show her son that. I used to take my daughter to the door. When I used to see the women with the short dresses and the heels and the projects walking around, jumping in and out of cars, come here. See that? That's not a good example. You can't ever represent me like that. You can't ever represent you like that. That is not what a woman is. We're not instilling it. We just had a conversation recently about debutante balls and bringing our children out to society. We don't even take pride in our children to where we will present them and make them feel honorable in any way. We need our boys, because our boys are dictators, y'all. Anybody ever been in a relationship with a man and you thought you was in a relationship, but you wasn't because he wasn't, but you thought you was? Men are dictators of a lot of shit, whether you like it or not. Well, I don't give a fuck if you gay. If you're a gay man, hey baby, your man is a dictator. Huh? Let me tell you what. You can be talking to this nigga for 6 months. That's your boo. That's your baby. 6 months turn into 12 months. That's your boo. That's your baby. I'm going to go get us a place. You go get you a place. You done furnished it. He done came and put some clothes in the drawer. That's still not your man. Do you understand me? That's still not your man. Why? Because he's the dictator. Unless a man says, we are together and I love you and I want to do this, I don't give a fuck what. You have to watch the actions plus the words. If you are constantly arguing with this motherfucker and he ain't never in the house and he ain't took you on no dates and all y'all did was Netflix and chill because y'all have a great sexual relationship, that is not your man. It is not. And as women, we need to start to understand that. Because these are the same men that you got around your little boys. These are the same men you have around your little boys. Where is the accountability of the boys? How they're thinking, right? What's the role model here? If you got this nigga living in your house and all he doing is paying for your wash and dry from Rent-A-Center and you pay everything else, you are out of your mind. But he watched my kids do it. Your kids are watching him. This is not the role model you want for your son. You need to put everything else aside and look at what is best for the boys. Give them room to cry. Sit them down, talk to them, let them know that that's okay. You ain't got to coddle them and make them weak. But you give them space to process, to feel, to understand, to talk to them. I've seen some great mothers over some men. They know their lane, they know their space, but it's still there for their son. I've seen it. Just ain't seen it a lot. Society is raising the children. And it is fucking our boys up to where they become fucked up men. They don't know how to have a conversation. Do you know how hard it is to have a conversation? You ever been on the phone with a 2000 man? He has no idea what a conversation is supposed to sound like. It's going to be aggressive, most likely. Like the guy that I've been talking to, he's aggressive as fuck. Why you keep talking to me like that? It's cool to have witty banter and joke and chill, but you all you have is aggression? No. There's no dialogue. And then you get because baby, I'm inside of it. I've gotten frustrated to the point where I had Tim the other day, like, listen, we could just fucking do business. Cause and I at this point I ain't even got none. And business is shaky. We don't even know how to have dialogue because nobody has taught them how to have dialogue. Because guess what? Conversation is weak. That means you have to talk and feel shit. And when that happens, you know what a lot of them do? Retreat. I gotta go fuck some bitches. Because I'm feeling shit. What is that? Oh no, this bitch thinks she got me. Fuck you, bitch. Who you think you are, bitch? Because they don't know how to have conversation. And it gets even worse if we're talking about a man who has no process of emotion and like other men. He can't even be okay with his own sexuality and liking other men. That's stepping in dangerous territory. And it's getting a lot of our gay males killed. Because now he's feeling things he don't want to feel, but he can't help what he likes sexually. But because he don't know how to process and say fuck everybody else around him and step into who he is naturally and still be feeling like a man, but just like this shit right here and be all right with that. But because he can't process that shit emotionally, now the very thought that this beautiful gay male or beautiful trans is going to tell somebody will get them killed. It is okay to fucking feel. It is okay to feel. It is not weak shit. It's not white shit. It's not stupid shit. It's not gay shit. It is human shit. And because we are the humans, the spirit of complexion, the spirit of color, and we feel shit, because when you are being trained by genomes who don't have souls, most of them, they don't feel anything, then how? How can you say, we ain't saying it's mankind shit, because they are mankind. Genomes are mankind. Melanites are human. To feel is a human thing. It is a human thing. And you are innately born with it because it's your soul. To deny yourself, to process, to feel, to tap in, to understand, you are denying yourself your God. God, your Adina is emotion, it's feeling, it's nature, it's natural, it's being, it's self-sufficiency and proficiency, it's understanding, it's love, it's dedication, it's understanding. It's a birthright. Why are you denying yourself a birthright? To be who you are, naturally, genuinely, heavenly and earthly, cosmically. What else would you do? They walk around with a lack of feeling and emotion. They kill dogs and then love them. They will cry over a dog before they cry because a Melanite was killed. But then we'll kill them. They're confused. We are not. They're training us poorly based on their nature. That's their nature. Our nature is not that. We're the lovers of the ground, of Mother Earth. We value. It is okay to fucking cry. Crying is releasing. Crying could be a happy thing. You can't even be happy? You can't be happy. That's why the death rate of us is so high. They have set it into place to fuck with your emotion. When your emotions are fucked up, do you know where you are? You are lower in frequency. To check yourself is to rise. They cannot have that. But we can. But we can. You are allowed because it's your birthright. It is your birthright. Let me get to it, please. You are divinely made, beautifully created, worth more than gold. Your emotions matter. My males, your emotions matter. You matter. If your mother never got to tell you, if your father has never told you, I don't care if you are straight, trans, or heterosexual, homosexual, I don't give a shit which one of the binaries you belong to. I don't care. I want you to know that I love you. Adina loves you. Yehuda loves you. You are important. You are seen. Your emotions matter. You're greater than your enemy's weakest challenge against you. You're greater than that. Let me get to it, please. We have to come out of that thinking. We have to come out of that thinking. And we're going to come out of that thinking. Hold on, I'm going to get to it. They keep showing our men, in drive-bys and getting killed. And that's why they want you to think that the music industry and being an athlete is the only thing that matters. You know why? Because they can control you. They can control you. And that's what they believe. They believe that they can control you. So why would they give you anything greater? Huh? Ready? Let me put my glasses on so I can see it. It goes very deep, Adrian. Very deep. This is the Yehuda oath. I say your name, state your name. I, Quatita, promise myself any and everything that helps and best suits me. I promise myself any and everything that helps and best suits me. I will apply to my life. I will dedicate myself to healing, to happiness, to self-fulfillment, to love, and to understanding. Please call me Quatita only. Gratitude. Understanding of self and of others. I will no longer disregard myself or my feelings. It is my birthright to not be abused, to not be misused, and to live the life that I say I can have. And anything that is not conducive to that shall leave my life. It is my oath to self. You are greater. Men, you are strong. You are great. You are entitled to your emotions. If any other person tells you anything other than that, they are weak. Your strength comes from your understanding, men, of who you are. I don't give a fuck who you lay down with. You are great. You are prosperous. You are beautiful on the inside and out. That doesn't make you weak. You are strong because that's your birthright. You're naturally protectors who also need to be protected. The Melanite woman stands side by side to you. We will fight on your behalf as you fight on ours. Whether we lay down together in the bed or not, that is not it. They want you to believe that that's it. It is not. Your power comes here, not from your genitalia. You are strong because your mind says so. You are strong when you cry. You are strong when you have emotion, when you are sad, when you are disappointed, when you are upset, when you are happy. You must learn how to process it and sit in it, breathe through it, meditate on it, not overthink it. You must be able to take accountability and know where you are wrong. It is okay to say you are sorry and apologize. Doesn't make you weak. It makes you a fucking man. It makes you a human. It makes you a Melanite. It is your birthright. Nobody, not a fucking cop, not a genome, not a broken-minded woman, not a broken-minded man can tell you otherwise and make it true. You stand righteously because you are that. My men, you are that. You are just like us. I am that. I am. Because you say you are. Because you say you are. I don't care who raised you. I don't care what your environment looked like. People have told you you have to be a product of your environment. They are fucking lying. I came from the projects in the ghetto. I am not that. It is not me. I'm greater than that because I said so. You are not that. Because I say so, Adrian Antonio. Because you say so, Guided Air Child. Your boys matter. Our boys matter. Be great. Be great. You're allowed to cry. This is Yehuda's message. I send so much love to you. I love you because Yehuda says that you are special, and I believe what he says. I've seen it with my own eyes. Yehuda loves you. Adina loves you, no matter what. Okay? Who you lay down with doesn't define who you are. The troubles you may have had doesn't define who you are. Correct your mind. Your mind belongs to you. You are Ifomi. Ifomi. These thoughts do not belong to me. These feelings are not real. Ifomi. All right? I love y'all. I show gratitude. I need to get some more of this work done. It's still early, so don't know what may happen here in a couple hours, but I told Yehuda will come and deliver his message because he asked me to. And if I ask him to, I know I shall receive. I love y'all all genuinely. Gratitude, y'all.